Victor down? I was hoping for more of a show, but then the only excitement I get around here is when someone adjusts their brightness settings. Quite the thrill ride.
I can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots. They betrayed not just me, but the exalted leader herself. I was sent on her behalf to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonders of the rifts. So, they need to die. Any other questions? Who can say what drives those who have clearly lost their minds?
The answer to that might require a dangerous amount of self-awareness. Dangerous to all those around you.
Everything must become nothing before it can become everything. You cannot threaten one who welcomes obliteration.
Torpificator at ready status. Wrist weapon primed! Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Either restore my life or avenge my death! Suffered extensive damage. tropificator. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. I like the cut of your jib, Commander. Extinguishing the life of Hierarch Ziegler is definitely our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. We should return to the one we saw earlier. It will hopefully yield some worthwhile information. I'm alive.
Who needs to die?
My piety.
Oh no, it's... no. No, I'm really not. There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace? Even though you are compelled to? Well, that's a notion I've never...
I've got a much better way to end his suffering. Permanently.
What? No, that's not... Someone help me!
To shoot the enemy!
Not my first ventilation shaft, nor my last.
Yeah. Can't attack what's not there.
I owe you not only my life, but the sheer knowledge that you've turned me from a terrible path. I will make the most of it. I promise you.
This is it, the Dawn's communication device. Let's see what I can find on it. Not much, but there are a few encrypted messages from Ziegler reporting on a rift in Paradise Island he was sent to study. Idiot didn't even have enough respect to stay to kill me himself. Well, it's of no consequence. Now that I know where he is, let's go show him the error of his ways. I'm right behind you, but not in a threatening way. Hey, Commander, I think Val wants us to discuss strategy. Or I could just be misunderstanding the noises emanating from her.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention.
If DeVries succeeds in killing these delegates, it'll be a hell of a lot more than a PR nightmare to worry about. It'll be war.
I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Bassar took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
Normally a wise approach, yet time is a key factor and a dwindling resource.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of our own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Why are you still alive? There's obviously been some ghastly mistake here I'm failing to understand. Have you not heard the latest revelation? What am I saying? Of course you haven't. If you had, you'd know you were marked for death and you'd have killed yourself and saved us all the trouble. Glad we were able to clarify all of that. Well?
I'm thinking I'd normally just kill this idiot where he stands, but I must know what in the architect's name he's going on about. Ziegler, what's got into your brain pan? You used to be a dedicated member of the Dawn. How could you think there was a legitimate kill order on me?
You were revealed as a betrayer through the sanctified channel. How can you disobey a revelation from on high, when you yourself exhorted us constantly to never do such?
You make a compelling point. But then again, so does my knife. Let me introduce you to it. Why the fuck not? You're such the jester, Commander. You actually had me going there for a minute. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. It's time to stick Ziegler here like a cysty pig on a spit.
My aftermarket Evaluations for combo. Pack your guns being a shot. Craft back in business. Nothing to hit. Medical pack out. Pick me up. My aftermarket parts are paid. Craft back in business.
me up for you.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Hierarch Ziegler was saying. How could there be an official kill order out on me? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised. Of course not. What a ridiculous question. You think that I'm like you, but I'm no longer bound by social restraints or pedestrian things like regret. So were I even to imply I felt remorse, that I wish I'd perhaps approached this with a more logical bent and not slaughtered these loyal Dawn members, it would mean nothing. I have no idea. If I go anywhere near one of our encampments, I'll be forced to kill members who believe they're following orders. Of course, any member of the Dawn who turns on me without thinking is asking for death, but this could still make solving this even more difficult. Don't worry. I'll stay on as part of your crew until I get this all figured. It's given me an impressive amount of opportunities for killing, and all the killing helps me think. Damn straight they should have.
Another rift. I'd rather not get up close and personal like if it's all the same to you.
Marisol Delgado has been added to the ship roster and has claimed her quarters. This unit has also been informed by Agent Delgado that she is not to be disturbed while resting unless the ship is on fire, and even then only if it nears my quarters.
Lara, you owe me a sparring session. Get your gloves and warm up. That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their families, but I fear we played right into DeVries' hands. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than we anticipated. Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me. Sure, but don't get me wrong. I ain't asking this of you for my own benefit. We got a duty to protect everyone at the peace talks. You as an Earth Directorate agent, me as a soldier. It's what we do. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh?
The hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it back fine as well. May the plan favor us against long odds.
that rift. It's making my skin buzz, even in here.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely
Another ship. Doesn't exactly scream official delegation transport to me.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
This sort of satellite is new to me. Is it Earth tech? How did it get out here?
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
This one's a potential font of useful information, dear. You just need to administer the proper application of force.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, so be it. That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast. No, I mean, yes. Stop attempting to scramble my thoughts. But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different. Those at the monastery were not standing in your path. How can you say that without knowing me, and mean it? Your resolve is unmistakable, and it's quickly becoming all too clear I've no option left but to trust you. Fine then, I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the automechs and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
If only all our foes yielded so easily. Let's review the data, shall we?
For all of the Protectorate's ills, they sure know how to build things that last. Not a compliment, just an observation.
Your son is regarded as being inept, shall we say? This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is...
Gonna need a way to power this thing.
He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping redworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion? If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence. For putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Looks like those mechs are on their side. Shame. Shame. Could have been useful.
Suspicion hostile. Detected.
Medic, please!
Each a vital call. Disruption. Analyzing surroundings.
Yeah!
Investigation concluded. Unidentified stimuli. Indeterminate origin. Continuing investigation. Search parameter time limit exceeded. Initial.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Mitigating the threat, locking them down.
Mobility interrupted.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate, but I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folk living in fear between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
Attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I am grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Opportunity, but many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The true culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out and promptly executed her.
Ah, so the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuations that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. Chances are high that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our affairs.
Ridiculous. Next you'll be claiming we're to blame for all of your past failures. Why, the mere prediction of our arrival years ago takes you into a dizzy. Isn't that right?
Ready status. Back in business.
According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success, should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
This unit welcomes you to the utility atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station, but I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it. Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends, but I do not have eyes. Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects.
That's a lot of supplies left unattended. Could be worth a quick look over.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within the next month, we would see returns within days. The market, the colony, would soon be out of protectorate.
to attack.
Did you utilize which metrics?
I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Resorting to violence.
By my estimation, if we formed an alliance, say, within 90, we would be returned within days. The market, the colony, would soon be out of protectorate hands.
By your estimation, to explain, arrive at this estimation. What model did you utilize? Which metrics?
Mobilizing.
Observational data, you might say.
Good spot for an ambush. Mind your corners.
Proceeding to attack.
Let's go no further, infidel. This next shot won't miss. I can hear you scampering around like a little sprat.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
What are you doing?
Torpificator is charged. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Have you given up? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. Oh, have you given up? What are you doing down there? What are you doing down there?
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
I can hear you scampering around like a little sprite. Oh, have you given up? Readying application of force. What are you doing down there?
Commander, throwing energy your way. We will not refuse medical support.
Don't move.
Resorting to violence. Torpificator at ready status. handle this.
Oh, have you given up? What are you doing down there?
Ratcheting up my aggression. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Revive it recharging as fast as it can, Commander!
forces will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we don't want any unseemly squabbles over power. Especially when presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity is what you need.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly don't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot. He welcomed refugees to matriarchs.
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his writing and was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. Indeed, my projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my plans, only for me to submit you to an untimely end, though I'd no wish to. I only did what was necessary back on Horizon Point, and I am fully prepared to do so again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. No. The Order's seers approached me after I arrived in Arcadia, and proved to me that I needed to act, to stop the Protectorate's rift research from annihilating our galaxy. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success, and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. As I said, your actions were part of the prediction and could not be changed. You needed to be there, and I had to proceed as I normally would. But what happened there, and the unanswered questions I still had, continued to plague me. I needed to find a way to stop the rifts. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are. How they deal with their competitors? Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, Everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
As a member of the Order for a few decades, I might have something to say about all that. Backing up just a moment, I'm intrigued by your layperson's grasp of Order teachings. Oh, and also your unsophisticated, though exceedingly confident attempts at reasoning.
And just who in the void are you supposed to be? Some attention-starved initiate tricked into following the commander here? Who are you, really?
Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. I once held the role of head intercessor.
Oh, Law, you're... the end point? Just stay back. You won't stop me from doing what I must.
You believe you understand the Order, do you? Being enlisted as an outside agent is nothing compared to a lifetime devoted to contemplation and calculation. I'd suggest you have a superficial understanding at best, and thus ought to seriously reconsider your present course of action.
Ain't seen a dressing down like that since Milver Street's row with his haberdasher.
Your so-called experts were the ones who set me on this path to begin with. It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. They may try. Though we both know those corporatist vultures wouldn't take the snub kindly. When Auntie's Choice sees power in what the Order has, they will take it. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked alone, Commander. I'm at my limit. I know you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. The prototype rift modulator is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Information on the center indicates it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.